beautiful detail about this item is that the stamp is gold. And again, when I have it in my hand in the right way, I'm going to unfold it with my other hand to give it its own place immediately. So instead of unfolding it at the end, in between, I'm making sure every item has its own place in the bouquet. So now we're gonna look. And I already unfold them before I begin making this bouquet, because that makes it easier when you are going to make the bouquet. So I have this beautiful dark purple velvet. We have a new velvet collection again, but this time in different colors. So we have lots of different items in it. And I have this beautiful dark blueberry. And as you can see, I have chosen really long items, but I have not that much in my hand at the length. So I'm trying to place them as high as possible. So these are branched items, but we have some other items too. And again, I'm spinning the bouquet because I'm searching for empty places in my bouquet. And here I found one. So now it looks a little bit flat. But I'm going to put these big leaves into it. And again, I'm making sure it has its own place in my bouquet. And we have this beautiful gold pennisetum. I'm going to spin it again. And I'm putting this pennisetum here. And I'm searching for empty places, but I'm also looking for where my forms go in my bouquet. So I have the beautiful blue delphinium here, and that's a long form. So now I'm putting the pennisetum here. So here's another long form. Spinning it again. The velvet gloriosa, also in pink, but I put the pink blossom already here. So I'm going to spin it to the other side and put the gloriosa here. And because I have the stamps really low in my hand, you're going to notice when you're making this bouquet that it's going to be really heavy. So it's a small workout while making this bouquet because it's really heavy for your arm. Then I have the velvet dark purple poppy, but I put the Eramuris already there, so I'm going to spin it again and put my poppy here. And in between, I kept unfolding all of my materials, so it has its own place in the bouquet every time. And that's the big difference between the first bouquet I showed you and the bouquet I'm making now. So this big palm leaf, I'm going to put it in. And I'm making sure that it has its own place again. And I'm spinning the bouquet around. And I didn't notice this one before, but it's the gold ficus. And it's also a long form. So we're going to put it on this side. I hope you can see because it's a really big bouquet. And the items I'm left with are these smaller items. But these are perfect to use to finish off your bouquet because we worked from top to bottom and now we're going to finish it by adding these smaller items. So first off, I already put this dark blue berry in it, but it's on the back at this point. But now we're going to use the shorter one to put it in the front. And afterwards, you will receive a list with all the items I used. So from the alternative bouquet with the items that are in stock now, but also from all these new items. You can see my arm has a little bit tough with the weight, but so I have another one I already put in my bouquet, but it's that. So we're going to spin it to the other side, and we're going to put it lower in the bouquet so it's also finished there. And now the only stem we are left with is this beautiful blue dahlia pom-pom. So at this point, your bouquet is hanging in my hair, but it's also really heavy. So it's time to tie it, so our hands are free again. And I'm going to use first off a little elastic. And I'm using this because the bouquet is going to be really heavy. So you want to make extra sure that your bouquet is tied really tight. So I'm going to put the elastic. And the way how to use it is that you begin by putting your elastic around one stem. And I like to use 2 elastics. And I'm spinning it around my bouquet. And when I'm almost finishing the end of my elastic, I'm putting it around a shorter stem so it stays in place. So now I can move my hands off the bouquet. And what I'm going to do is lay it down. Then we have the rope. And I'm going to cut a really long piece of the rope because I want to tie it really good. And just as the last time I showed you, the first thing we're going to do is making a loop in the middle. And I put a loop around my pointing finger, and I'm right-handed, so I'm going to put a loop around my left pointing finger. And what I'm going to do next, I take the bouquet in my left hand. I have it around my pointing finger. I'm going to tie the rope around my bouquet. And I use an extra long piece because I would like to bind it as tight as possible. Then at the end, I take my ends of the rope through my loop I made, and then I'm making a little knot so the rope stays in place. So now we have the bouquet, and it's really big, but what it needs is a beautiful vase. And we choose this peacock vase. And what I like about this vase is that the opening is small. So it keeps all of our materials in the right place, and the bouquet stays straight. So what I'm going to do now, normally what I would do is taking a step back and just look if I see something I want to change. And that's the really nice thing about these artificial flowers. We bend them already, but you can unfold them also when they are in their vase. And that's what I'm doing now. So I'm seeing here the pink Gloriosa and Blossom. They got stuck in each other, but we're gonna untie them and just unfold them even more. So every item has its own place in the bouquet. Just be creative, just play with it until you are satisfied. And because this is so big, I have to bend over, but normally you can walk around it, making sure everything is unfolded. So what I'm doing now is that I'm spinning it. It's also an option. and a masterpiece bouquet. It's just because of the way you unfold things. So I'm taking extra care of that because I want to make it look perfect. I'm going to spin the inner mirrors a little bit so it sticks even more out. I have a little berry here. I like to fold to the other side. And I like the gold palm to be more straight up. Just take your time unfolding it. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, it's all up to you. Last time spinning it around. So now the bouquet is actually done. But as a finishing touch, I like to add these blue butterflies on a clip. So that's what we're going to do. And these are really easy to put into your bouquet. Just take a stem and place the butterfly onto them. So, and ta-da! Your masterpiece bouquet that fits the theme Magical Light is done. So I told you before, we're going to send you a list of all the items I used. Also, we made the alternative bouquet. There's also a list added to this mail. And we also sent you more information for the next time. When and how, stay tuned. If you have any questions left, please send a mail to emerald@eeg.nl. I hope to see you the next time. Bye!